عن أمير المؤمنين أبي حفص عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه قال سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول إنما الأعمال بالنيات وإنما لكل امرئ ما نوى.
Making intention sincere to him.
So now we're going to move on to the second one. Sorry, say that again.
Making intention sincere to him.
Okay, we finished the first principle, which is to cleanse the vessel of knowledge, i.e. to cleanse the heart. The second is connected to the first, but due to the importance is a separate topic, which is making your intention sincerely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now that you're learning, you have to make sure that this intention that you have is done only for Allah. You learn only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What does sincerity mean? It means tasfiyatul qalb min iradati ghayrillah. You purify the heart from intending other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Meaning, you do two things. You get your heart, you cleanse it, you don't intend anyone, and then you fill it only with Allah. The only primary objective that you have from that study that you are doing is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're doing it for the sake of Allah. You're not doing it to show off to anyone. You're not doing it so someone say, oh, look how pious this guy is or how knowledgeable this person is, but you're doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. And we're going to expand on, okay, how practically, how does that work? Doing it for the sake of Allah. Are there other intentions which are allowed or not? Okay. Now we're going to mention them, but if with that intention there's a secondary intention as well, that is fine. So for example, you learn something because you want to, or if I give you a different example first. For example, yeah, I teach or I become an imam, right? Which is an act of worship, right? But then for that, I take some money, I take a wage. So I'm taking money for it now. So my intention is, part of it is making a living, right? Is that something allowed or not allowed? Some people, general people that don't have any knowledge will say, oh look, he's taking money, this should be done for the sake of Allah, it should be this, should be that. This person doesn't have a clue what's going on. Right? The Sahaba took money for things. For example, Surah Fatiha, when he did Ruqyah, what did Abu Sa'id al-Khudri take in return? He took some sheep, right? And the Prophet said, it's fine. And the Prophet said, actually give me some of what he gave you as well. The Prophet took his share as well. Okay, and there's so many hadith. The Mahr sometimes was teaching the Quran. Okay, and those who have studied, know fiqh, they know there's this khilaf from old. And that the Hanbalis and the Hanafis, they say it's not allowed. The Malikis and Shafi'is say that it's allowed. And there's other tafasil and so on. Yeah, those who have studied and read the books, they know when it's allowed, when it's not allowed, and the details. The one who doesn't study doesn't have a clue. They just like speaking. Okay? However, in this certain scenario, if a person's primary objective is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why is he becoming an imam? So he can benefit the people. And he can be a means of, it can be a means of him attaining reward. It can be a means of him easily practicing his religion, praying the salawat. But then at the same time, he needs to make a living, so he'll take some money which will allow him to live. That's no problem, because his primary objective is what? Is to please Allah, right? And the secondary objective is to also make a living. Because if he didn't take any money, then khalas, he's got bills to pay, he's got family to take care of, then he's going to end up taking another job, and then no da'wah happens. And that happens to a lot of students. They go to Medina, study 6 years, they come back, right? They start working, and they get so busy with the work because they have to pay the bills. Where's that da'wah? No da'wah whatsoever. Okay? So, if it's like that, completely permissible, nothing wrong. But if the intentions are other way around, somebody says to themselves, I need to make money. You know what, there's a lot of money in this teaching, one-on-one teaching or online teaching or whatever it may be, I can charge a lot. Right? So let me do that. Now his intention is not please Allah. Now his intention is to make money. Then it would be impermissible. Okay? So, to another topic, but when it comes to seeking knowledge, the similar thing can be said. Right? There are some primary objectives that you have to have. But all of it comes down to, are you doing it for the sake of Allah primarily or not? As to having secondary benefits to it, then no problem whatsoever. Right? And we're going to, inshallah, after mentioning some of the proofs, we're going to mention specifically 4 intentions that a student of knowledge should have. So we're going to break it down. What does it mean, doing it for the sake of Allah? We're going to break it down practically into 4 other intentions and 4 other principles now.